Hello and welcome to OpenSolar. OpenSolar is a free software for solar sales and design. And today we are delighted to welcome on board FIMER as a new exhibited partner on OpenSolar. As you may know, FIMER acquired the ABB solar business in March 2020. The FIMER Australia business has offices in Melbourne and Sydney, as well as a warehouse and a support and service centre in Sydney. All existing ABB warranties will be honoured by FIMER. So, today I'm beginning on this My Energy page, which is the customer-facing side of the software. It's a solar proposal that goes out. We can see here it's fully online and interactive, so as I switch between the different system options, everything in this proposal will be updated. We can offer the customer multiple views of the home here. And you can also provide multiple payment options as well. So as we can see in this option 1 premium, we have the FIMER React 2 5 kilowatt inverter as well as the React 2 battery. And do note that this battery will only work when you have the React 2 inverter installed. So we can see here that we have videos, detailed brochures, as well as data sheets about the products to download right from the proposal. So coming down, very easy to understand for the customer, we have the system performance, we have how the system works and the environmental benefits, and then finally the financials down the bottom with the savings displayed in these charts. We have the quotation table down here, and then lastly the ability to download the proposal if we'd like to get a PDF version. So if the customer is happy, they can come over to click Accept Proposal. They can review that quotation table, look at the T's and C's that you've entered in, and then they can sign away on here with the payment information provided. Great, so let's hop into the control zone now, and I'll show you how to get your FIMER products set up in OpenSolar. So we'll navigate over to the Design and Hardware tab on the left, and in here we can jump into inverters. You'll see here that these FIMER products I've already activated, so they are in my active list of inverters, being the ones that I use most commonly. So to do this, you just want to come up to the top right, click on Create. You can type in FIMER ABB, search for the product that you're looking for here. So perhaps we want to add in this 6 kilowatt inverter. You also have the ability here to enter in the product warranty. So you can click on Customize Specification and you can enter in the warranty years within this field. The warranty will then be displayed on that My Energy page for the customer at the bottom of the page within the disclaimers. So I've added that one to my list now. I can hop into the batteries section and we can see here that I've got two size batteries loaded in. So this React 2 battery comes in a 4 kilowatt module, but we can also put in the 2 module adding to 8 kilowatt hours, and we can also have a 12 kilowatt hour battery as well. So we can go in and type in React 2, and in here we can add in the 3 module 12 kilowatt hour battery. Once again, adding the warranty in this field. You can also put in the cost of goods sold for all of these components, and that will be helpful if you're using a markup pricing scheme to get accurate margins and pricing on OpenSolar. Great, so we've got our FIMER batteries loaded in. You can see nice with the brand name here as well. So let's jump into the project zone now where it all begins, and we can go up to create a new project. The top right, we can enter in the address here that we want to design on. You can put in some customer contact information, and you can put in their phone number, email address, and you can add any more details that you would like to as well. So now we'll jump through to click Create and View. And clicking Create and View takes us once again into this project zone for this particular project. And in here you have a few key things such as the milestones on the top right, which allow you to manage your CRM and the workflow of that project. You can put in their electricity usage in here and the electricity utility rate that they're going to be on as well. So we'll hop into the studio zone and I'm just going to take the default settings there. Now in here we've been brought into our map and I can go to the bottom left firstly, click on this Google mapping option, and then I can select different map types here. So for the moment I'll take this Google imagery as it looks good in this area. I can then select my panel at the top left, take this REC panel, or you can select from your active list here. You can also search the module database if you want to as well. So I'll take this REC panel and then I'll just come up and click on plus panel group and just clicking and dragging along the roof like so. You can set the azimuth as you go as well. So I can see 14 panels there, and now that this is selected I can do a few things over here as well, such as moving horizontal. Brings up this yellow bubble where I can click and drag those panels across the roof like this. And a few other things such as setting the slope and the azimuth once again, and any gaps between panel rows that might be necessary. So I can add in a few more panels just by clicking these surrounding options here. So you can see we've now got a 6.6 kilowatt system. Great. And now we can add in our inverter as well. So for the inverter, I'll just click on this plus button. I've got the FIMER 5 kilowatt inverter set to my default in this case. So that's loaded in now. And we can see now at the top, while the calculations have been applied, we're generating 120% of this customer's energy with this size system here. So we can provide another option for the customer if we want to go up to the top and click on Duplicate System. This copies all of the data across, and perhaps for this one we would like to give them a battery option. So we can call this one Solar and Battery. And in this one now, we can go down to the battery section and click on plus battery. We can go in and select and choose our battery module. So I'll go for this 8 kilowatt hour option for this one, which is 2 of these React 2 battery modules. But for this case, I'll have to use the React 2 inverter in here. So I'll just have to go in and add in the React 2 inverter within that database there. Perfect. Okay, great. So we now have 2 options. I might just title this one PV only or solar only in this case, and hit save. And now we can just align the map up, zoom out a little bit, so we get a good view of the property. We might also want to include another view of the house. In that case, I can just click on this south view and I can just align the map like so. And click Align Map again. And now we can give the customer another nice south-facing view of the house. And I'll just click Show Customer in this case. Perfect. So now let's jump into the My Energy page to take a look at our solar system for the customer. And then coming in to view their solar system here. So in this first case, we've got the solar only option, and then in here we have got the solar and battery option. Perfect. So that's the basic steps to creating your solar proposal. Let's now just jump into the control zone. And a few things to get set up here first is just in the company information, you can put in your business info. You can add in team members here on the left hand side, and just pressing plus create and putting in their email address. And if you want to make them an admin, that gives them access to this control zone. You can set up your pricing and payment options in here, and all of these pricing and payment options that you set up will be applied in the Studio Zone on a project basis. You can put in any cost information in here to accurately calculate those margins, and this is particularly useful when using a markup pricing scheme. Design and hardware we went through. This is where you add in all of your modules, your inverters and your batteries and so on, and this is where you can attach all the costs to those components as well. The purchase experience relates entirely to the end customer. So this is where you're putting different proposal templates in that you can use for that My Energy page, so you can customize how that looks. The contract template is where you put in your terms and conditions, and the checkout experience is where you edit those payment steps for the customer when they accept the proposal. Great, so that pretty much brings us to the end of this short video. Overall, Project Zone is where you're entering that customer's address and creating the project and putting in key customer information. Studio Zone is where you're doing the solar design and applying pricing and payment options. The My Energy Zone is the customer-facing side of the software. And then the Control Zone is only for the administrators of the account to set up all of the back-end settings. So if you have any questions, just hop into this support button. You can click on the Help Center here. That will take you through to this page. And in here you can type in something that you're looking for. And you can also check out our training package full of videos to help you get set up. We also run webinars 3 times per week, and they are particularly useful in getting set up as well. So do check out the Help Center for additional support. You can also email support@opensolar.com. If you'd like to get a kickstart set up on OpenSolar, you can get in touch with Sunwiz here and outsource that entire setup to Sunwiz. Great. Thank you for listening today, and thank you FIMER for coming on board as an exhibited partner on OpenSolar. Have a great day.